Good morning, day 5. I think I might have said day 5 last night, but I was wrong. It was day 4, obviously. So I'm heading further up to the Moroka River, today. Probably got another 3 hours of river walking. Then I've got to climb into those hills. I've got a bit of cloud cloaking them at the moment. That's going to be the crux of the day. Once I get up into the hills, hopefully find an old fire track, and then follow that, and then up to Moroka Road, then out to Arbuckle Junction. That's the plan. It's a long day. We'll see how we go. There's a lot of things could go wrong today. There's a lot of kind of rough country to get through. So it's about core date. I better get going. See you soon. Yeah, some more river walking this morning for about, we'll call it 3 hours. We'll see how it goes. Might be a bit longer. It's a bit hard to tell walking on this stuff. Hopefully it gives that cloud time to burn off. So fallen tree blocking the river. That's a slightly unusual one when I'm walking up the river. So the water's about probably 25 centimetres deep here. So rather than trying to push through the scrub, I think this is probably the best option at the moment. It's actually comparatively warm, the water feels good. Starting to look pretty awesome now. So, progress is still being made. That gorge is, or the walls are closing in a bit. I'm not sure if you call it a gorge, but some beautiful pools along here. So I'm getting very close to the spot where Moroka Track comes in. I think it might be down on that spur there. That's the emergency exit from this joint. If the bush bashing and river crossings and all that's getting too much, navigation. I'm going to have breakfast when I get up there. So this is the spot where Moroka Track comes down to meet the river. Moroka Track's just up in the trees there. There's a small flat you can camp here too. This is where I drowned my phone, well, about 3 Ks downriver from here, so this is where I had to bail out last time. I'm not bailing out today though, it's all good. So this is the camp, the flat kind of grassy bit at the bottom of Moroka Track. This is Moroka Track here. I'm just going to climb up at 20 metres and I follow another old track that apparently fades out to nothing very soon. But I'll take any kind of track at the moment. So there's something I haven't seen much of for the last 8 Ks. A track marker. Because I'm in a wilderness area, the track's not really meant to be marked or maintained. Well, it's definitely not maintained. And the marking is very sparse. Seriously, that's the first track marker I've seen in 8 Ks, I think. So I'm following this old track that fades out to nothing soon. You can see actually on the tree here, back before it was policy not to mark these wilderness areas. There's an old marker in the tree there, it's been burnt. Anyway, onwards to Playboy Creek. Yeah, well, it didn't take long for the four-wheel drive track to fade out. I'm just following animal tracks now, and I'll see how I go with the scrub. It might be better to take to the river again soon. At the moment I'm persevering, but we'll see. Yeah, so I'm back on the river, obviously. The old track became a game of diminishing returns, really. Not that this is easy. Certainly a lot prettier down there. And up on the fire track, well, there is no fire track, but up in the scrub. I'm wondering whether that's Beths Peak, and I'm heading to that saddle there. Time will tell, but it looks kind of like it matches up. I finally found the mythical light scrub section. Only thing is, I'm meant to be up in there, I think. This is definitely the easiest walking I've had for the last, what it's been, probably 5 hours of walking. That's including a few hours, 3 hours, maybe 6 hours, 3 hours last night, 3 hours this morning. I'm getting close to a place called Higgins Yard. There's nothing there nowadays. But after Higgins Yard, I cross Playboy Creek, and then I'm going to head up into the hills. The good news is, some of the scrub up high doesn't look too bad on that side. I'm going this way, but time will tell, I suppose. It's going to be warm though. I already noticed once I'm out of the river, it's heating up. Alright, climbed away from the river up onto a terrace. This is Higgins Yard. There's not much left here. There's a few signs that obviously people have been through. Big campfire, a washing line or a bivvy line strung up. Okay, my next navigation point is Playboy Creek, which I've got to cross. Then I've got to swing it up. Okay, that little creek there is Playboy Creek. Now, apart from the interesting name, It's important to identify it because I've got to go another 100 metres up into the scrub and then swing right and start contouring about 100 metres above Playboy Creek towards this saddle, which is, I think, through the trees over there. I think that's Beths Peak there. So this is where the work begins. I've got a 1,000-metre climb ahead of me this afternoon, and it's also where the navigation gets tough. It doesn't go up the spur, it kind of sidles, which is unusual off track. Normally you're going up a spur or something. Sidling is going to be a little bit more involved. Let's hope I'm not sidling through too much thick scrub, eh? Alright, no use waffling on about that. I've filled up a couple of litres of water. Let's see how we go. Next, I reckon 3 or 4 hours are going to be type 2. Well, I've spied a track marker. So I'm heading in roughly the right direction. That's good. There's an old one on a tree up there. It's been burnt for years. I can see. Happy days. Alright, let's keep going. So there's a creek down there. I'm still contouring above it. The good news is the scrub's been pretty good so far. Haven't seen any track markers since those last ones I showed you, but I wasn't really expecting any. I think I'm heading for that saddle there. Possibly, unless it's around the corner. I'll have a bit of a better look at the map when I get a bit further up. Oh, I must be doing something right. Some cliffs up there. I'm wondering if that's Beths Peak. Anyway, I'm still heading towards that saddle, so that's good. And there's a track mark, first one I've seen since the bottom. And another one, 200 metres. I'm spoiled. At least the forest is fairly open. If I hadn't been pushing through scrub, this would have been a bitch. But this is good. So I've met this semi-bench track. It's heading where I want to go. That's good. This climb, touch wood, I'm probably over halfway now. It's been so much better than I thought. I thought it'd take me 4 hours to get to the saddle. I'm thinking now close to the 2.5. Especially if this keeps up. And keeps heading in the right direction. Okay, made it to the saddle between Beths Peak and D4 track. Now I just got to climb up to D4 track. There's meant to be a bit more of a path up here, but to be honest with you, the path's been pretty good. First things first though, that took just under 2 hours to get up there, by the way. I'm going to find somewhere in the shade, stop for a drink and cool down a bit. Yeah, I've got a long slog ahead of me this afternoon. A lot more up yet. Best wildlife I've seen for a while. He's not in a hurry to move either. Alright, I'm about to emerge onto D4 track. D4 is a bulldozer, in case anyone was wondering. And that is the end of my off track stuff for a while. Well, it wasn't totally off track. I found a bit of a track towards the second half of the climb up out of Moroka. So for anyone who's playing at home, I got into the Moroka River kind of off track stuff about 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon. And it's now about 2:30 the next day, and I've emerged onto a old fire track. So I'm through the worst of it now. Alright, next objective is to find water. There's meant to be a couple of creeks up here that should hold water, so we'll see how we go. So this is the second water point on D4 track heading towards the Volkswagen camp. The first one was dry. This one's got water in it, but you've got to bury a long way into the scrub to find it. So I don't think it'll have water for a hell of a lot longer. We're talking we're at the end of January now. So unless we get rain, maybe another couple of weeks, mid-Feb this will be dry I reckon too. So you'd want to be leaving some water at Volkswagen camp. I scrub bashed down through here to get it. It's very welcome, I tell you. Alright. I'll keep going with my my four-wheel drive and road walk now. So what the go is now, I'm going to head up to Volkswagen, have a bit of a break there. Probably chuck some clean socks on because these ones have been wringing wet for days. And then head along Moroka Road over to Mt Arbuckle and camp just past there. There's a hut I think I can camp at. So, but there's no water between here and the other side of Mt Arbuckle, so I've got about 8k stretch, which is why I wanted to fill up. Alright, I'll catch you soon. So this is Volkswagen camp. It's a bit slopey, a bit to do. I'm heading up here to the Moroka Road though. Remote walking indeed. It's one of the longer off-track stretches I've done. Probably similar to the Razor Viking. Once you drop off the Viking, go to South Viking down to Wanagata, that's a pretty long stretch too. This was probably longer though. Alright, I've hit Moroka Road. Let's head towards Mt Arbuckle now. With any luck, I'll get a signal. I'll be able to give Sam a call, let her know I'm alright. So that's Mt Arbuckle in front of me. I'm just rocking up to Arbuckle Junction. So, yeah, it's just before 6 I think now. I'm going to climb over Mt Arbuckle and drop down to Kelly's hut. So probably about 4k's to go. The way I'm feeling, that could take me 2 hours at the moment. I'm shattered. It's been a big day. Anyway, I'll get in before dark, I think. Alright, back on a walking track. It's looking pretty overgrown and ugly, but anyway. Walking straight into the sun too. It's a pain in the arse. But anyway, I've got about 4k's to go to get to Kelly's hut. And I've got to climb over Mt Arbuckle on the way. So that'll test me. Anyway, I'm pretty sure the vision will be pretty ordinary looking straight into the sun, so I'll turn this off. Okay, made it to the top of Mt Arbuckle. So the go is now, I'm going to drop down, cross Shores Creek. If there's some camping down there, I'll camp at Shores Creek. If not, I'll grab some water and head up to Kelly's hut. I've never been through here before, so I'm not 100% certain of what the go is. This is an old cross-country ski area, by the way, back in the day. So I just talked to Sam. She's told me that it's going to heat up into the 30s again on Sunday. So that's something to look forward to as I slog my way towards Woods Point. Yeah, I'm on the ski trail loop by the look of it. So I can see Kelly's hut in the distance. There's something to be said about walking at this time of night and in the morning, first light. Colours amazing. So this is Shaw's Creek. I can't see too much good ground to camp on, so I might have to head up to Kelly's hut, I'm thinking. But I'll fill my water bottle up here on water bottles, because I'm not sure if the hut's got a water source. I don't know if it's coming out in the camera. Hut's just up in the trees there. Okay, I made it. Sun's just about to go down. I'm going to get the tent up. I might save the hut for tomorrow. I'm camping just here, even a picnic table. You beauty. If I can just get my pegs into the ground, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, the sun in the morning should light the hut up, I think, so probably be better then. Alright, I'm going to get the tent up before it gets too dark. Okay, that's Kelly's hut camp set up. It's rapidly cooling down. I got the puffy on for the first time all trip. It's going to be a chilly night tonight. Probably just as well I didn't camp down near that creek, I reckon. Because I reckon we're going to get a frost or a dew or something tonight. Alright, I think I better spin the camera around and sign off on what was a big day. Okay, day 5 of my McMillans Track walk was a doozy. Climbed out of Moroka River, up past Beths Peak. I didn't go to the peak today, I just didn't have time, and I was pushing for water a little bit. Water was getting a bit scarce, a couple of the creeks were dry. According to all trails, did 27 something Ks and 1,370 metres climbing. So we'll see how that goes once it runs itself through the software, but it was up there today. A lot of the distance was, well, I'd say probably 10 Ks of that was off track, up the Moroka River first of all, and then up beside Playboy Creek, up towards the saddle below Beths Peak. I was worried about the climb, how scrubby it'd be, but to be honest with you, it was really good. And there is a bit of a track. There's a track towards the top. There's a few track markers around. Towards the bottom, it's a bit vague, but as you're getting in the top, it was easy to follow, pretty much. Apart from that, there's the two water courses near Volkswagen Camp are getting pretty dry. The one closest to the camp still got water in, but it won't have water for much longer, I don't think. So yeah, just keep that in mind if you're walking through in the next, I'd say by end of Feb it'll be dry, maybe mid-Feb. Alright, I'm going to cook some tea and crawl into the tent tonight and sleep the sleep of the dead, I reckon. Tomorrow is food drop day, so there's something to look forward to. Alright, take it easy. See ya.